Hang in there, my RC10s. We're about to get into some really cool things coming in the 24 scale world. Thanks for stopping by again, amigos. We're here on another video. This time we're at the Hobby Town, Everett, Washington, and we are on their little scale trail for the 24 scales and just putting the Grinch through the workout paces again. And I gotta tell you, I love it. This truck, car, rig, crawler, whatever you want to call it, just so good. Like everything about it, all the balance of it. I just love crawling this thing around. It's super creepy crawly. It's well balanced. It's not too top heavy for having that 3D printed body on it, and it just looks so good. And this is actual full speed. It's not full speed trigger, but it's actually playing back at full speed. So that's how nice the control is on this. So let's get into that really quick. So up top, up on the dash, you can see the Lizard Pro. That's the original Lizard Pro that's in there. And then I also have the original Komodo motor that's in there. And I think I got that as, I don't know if I got it as a pre-release or if I got it shortly after that, but this motor has gone through some paces and it just keeps on going, keeps on pulling along, and it is awesome. So I'm running those two. That is the main component for it. Now, if you haven't noticed yet, it does have 4-steer. And the way that I control the 4-steer is actually with my FlySky GT5. And I'm not running it on the GT5. You don't really have a ton of options. So you're not really running it like a, how would I say it? Like an independent steering knob or anything. Well, I am running it on a steering knob, but it doesn't self-center and doesn't have like a lock position on it. So you have to do it all by hand. I'm running it on a 6-channel receiver. And so I have it running on channel 5. And so I am steering with my thumb, and I am for the front wheels, and for the rear wheels I'm steering with my right hand, and doing the knob on the top. It's channel 5. I'm able to steer that way. Now the GT5 has the option to run everything through channel 3, the second servo, but that locks you in. So that means you can do traditional crawl where it pinches, or you could do crab walk, or you can do rear only. Now, I don't like if it was able to mix, meaning like if the rear axle turned at 30% of the front axle, I would be all about it, but I can't control it that way. So that's why I want to do it with the channel 5 instead. But once it takes a little bit to get used to it about which way is which. You know, it's kind of like driving an RC for the first time. When it comes back at you, everything's in reverse. So it just kind of depends on how you get things set up and how you can run that. But it seems to be doing all right for me. Every now and then I forget, but I catch up really quick. So the one thing I have noticed doing a rear steer rig like this is, and I have the motor facing towards the front, but for some reason it still likes to push a lot. The rear end digs pretty hard. So I think what I might do is I might do an overdrive up front. And with the overdrive up front, that should help pull me around even tighter. I mean, as you can see, it really has no problems. It's just going uphill. Going uphill when I'm 4-steered, trying to turn uphill, it likes to, I wouldn't say it doesn't lift the front end, but it likes to be a little light on the front end, so it wants to push that around. So, but aside from that, driving this thing's a dream. And this little park here, it's awesome. I love the rocks here, and it's inspired me to do something else, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So right now, I also wanted to talk about, what I have for steering while I was up there. So on the front, we have the Mighty Chihuahua, and on the back, we have the Mighty Chihuahua is by CCXRC, and on the back, we have the Reefs 99 Micro. Both are awesome, super capable servos. They are working great. The shocks, I'm running the CCXRC telescoping shocks, and they're oilless, and I have the softest springs on them possible. And actually, if you look really close, the driver's side front actually doesn't have a spring. I don't know what happened. I've never had one or had the shaft back out of the cup before, and I went and did one pass on this, and probably within 6 feet, one of the guys that was working there was like, "Hey, your shocks fell apart, or your front shock fell apart." And of course, I couldn't find the spring anywhere. But that's okay, because it's kind of a full droop setup anyway. And so on this, I'm also running the Swamp Kings. That's the little guy racing tires. I love to call them the Swamp Donkeys. They're my favorite tires out there. Trio wheels. I think those are Trio wheels. I'm not sure, but they're all brass, and I love them. Those actually, no, I take that back. These are wheels from CCXRC also. And they're all brass. They are awesome. And obviously, if you haven't noticed, there's quite a bit weight down low on this rig. We have all brass from CCXRC. We have the baby hippos. We have the diff covers, the knuckles. It's pretty weighty down below. I don't have weighted or brass links on it, but that's okay. I don't think I need them. Obviously, you can tell it likes to stay planted on the tires pretty well. But now I think it's probably time for us to talk about what this has inspired me to do. I'll let you guys see this thing climb up this little steep hill, and then we'll get right into that. So let's get down to what this whole 24 scale thing has kind of inspired me to do. So as you may know or may not know, we have what's called the Taco Trail in the backyard here. So if you haven't seen it, go and check some of the old videos out, and there's a lot more crawling video of the Taco Trail. And the thing is that over the years, it's kind of, I would say we've outgrown it. We started with 10 scales, and I would say our skill level has kind of outgrown the technical level of what our course is. It's still a lot of fun, but it really isn't, something that really challenges us a whole lot. So what we decided to do, and what I'm deciding to do, is to kind of revamp all the trail in the back there, and we're going to make it strictly a 18th scale and up crawler area. Now, I might do a 12 scale just because I know that there's a couple smaller 12 scales out there. We might do that just for some glam shots, but for the most part, it's going to be our little 24 scale park. Now, this is going to come with some challenges because outdoor parks are a little harder than indoor parks when it comes to 24 scale, because grooming them and keeping them clean, and the erosion out here, we get a lot of rain, so the erosion is going to be really tough. The other thing is the elements. Like, I'm going to probably have to talk to Furatech and see what they suggest for running out there in the elements. This outrunner motor is awesome, but I don't know how long it'll last out in the elements. I'm sure it'll be fine. My dirt out here, I actually mixed in a lot of sand for the drainage of it, so that might be a thing. I would also really, really like to, I don't want to say submerge these things in water, obviously, but I would like to, maybe have a little bit of water on the track, or maybe even a little bit of mud or something like that. I think something like that would be so much fun to see these things crawl through nice and slow. So I guess now's the time. I'm taking requests. So if you made it through this long in the video, you guys are the ones that are able to suggest what I should do for trail hazards, I guess, or trail kind of obstacles. So let me know down in the comments. Do you want to see some maybe fabricated bridges? Do you want to see, is there Devil's Punch Bowl or other runs that I could try to emulate? The King of the Hammers back door, that kind of stuff. I would actually really like to try to figure out a way to do some sort of King of the Hammers run with the 24 scales. Now that means I'll probably have to get a few more of the 24 scales or the 18th scales out there, but I think that's okay. Now we have options, so I think that would be something pretty fun to do. And I think the space that we have is perfect out there for the 24s, and we'll do our little competitions between me and the kid, and me and some family that are out here, and I think it's going to be a blast. So let me know what you guys think of would be some cool obstacles, maybe some bridges, some overpasses, some real dirt stuff. Do you think it'd be cool to see some U4 24 scale stuff or 18th scale stuff? Maybe hill climb. I don't know. You let me know, but I am excited for it. And it gives me an excuse to actually get back in the backyard and clean and make it look really good. And also stay tuned, because we're going to have some 18th scale monster truck action going on out in the backyard. That part of the backyard is called the Sombrero Speedway, and it's about to go crazy back there. So stay tuned for that. We got some of those videos coming real soon here, and we're also going to do a buildology of this crawler here that we have on hand. We have another 24 scale that we'll do a buildology and also some run video of, but that one will be, both of those will be coming up probably in a couple weeks. So stay tuned. Watch. In the last crawler video like this, I mentioned to hit that notification bell. That'll help us out a big time. And also share it up. Tell someone. You don't have to share it directly on your Facebook or directly to something like that, but just maybe send it in a DM to someone so they can check it out, so they can actually see this channel, and let's grow this channel and do some cool stuff on it. Like we've talked about before, this isn't an unboxing channel or a crazy yelling at the microphone channel. This is going to be how-tos, it's going to be trail runs, it's going to be racing, all that kind of stuff, kind of like what our life consists of RC. So I'm excited. As I said, we're going into the new year, and we're going to go into the new year blowing it up. So stay tuned. Do all that commenting down below, and if you want to help out the channel, check out our links. You could get a shirt or get something like that, or even if you wanted to, just leave a super thanks or super chat on the next live. But until then, amigos, I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you enjoy this video, and we will see you on the next trail.